All right, welcome everyone. Hope that you have had a good day. We are working on a couple of different things tonight. First up will be a break of Sage Aspire football. And following that, we're going to do a little Finest baseball. But as we typically do before we actually start ripping, there is some information to go over. So we're going to get started with that. My feedback is automated on eBay. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you are instantly going to get positive feedback in return. So that's a little bit of a win-win, and you don't have to wait, so even better. And of course, the other thing there is to say thank you, because I always appreciate you being here, bidding, breaking, chatting, and hanging out with me. So we are next going to take a look at what's coming up in the days ahead. So tomorrow night it will be a case of Series 2 Jumbo Baseball, and Veteran Base is a separate bidding category in that break. It does not ship to the teams, and Celebration of Decades event ticket is also a separate bidding category. You can find all kinds of relevant information about that in the listing description. Saturday, which is 4th of July, and Sunday are both off nights. We're going to come back with a very busy Monday and open a case of TriStar Game Day Great Series 2 autographed football jerseys, along with a case of TriStar autographed mini football helmets. Then we'll do a 12-box case of Leaf Flash football and a 12-box case of Leaf Valiant baseball. That is all on Monday night. Then Tuesday night, we're going to open a 3-box case of TriStar autographed full-size football helmets. That again is by the full case. And then we're going to open 8 loose boxes of Panini Prism Quick Pitch baseball. So that's what it's going to look like for us in the days ahead. For tonight, the Aspire football break will be first. Topps Finest Baseball will be second. Aspire will probably take us, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes, give or take 5 minutes in either direction. So if you are here for Finest, don't wander too far off, because your break will be right after Sage tonight. And then, of course, remember that there's no post office service on Saturday due to the holiday. Therefore, I am projecting this stuff tonight to be out the door on or about Tuesday, which is the 7th of July. As always, if I can get something out sooner than the date you see listed, I will happily do so. And if things don't go as well as expected, it could always go a day later. But as it stands right now, I expect it to be Tuesday. Don't think anybody's going to get skunked in Finest if you do not get a hit in Aspire football, meaning you do not pull a card of any sort. You will still get a package in the mail. It will have consolation card or cards in it, and it will ship out when the rest of the break goes out the door, which again is anticipated to be Tuesday. So first up tonight, our 3-box break of Sage Aspire football. This is break number 2. It ended tonight on eBay the same night that we are breaking it, which is Thursday night, the 2nd of July. Team names are there on the left-hand side, winning bidders across from each team on the opposite side. We had 2 teams that did not sell. You will see those noted as no bids, breaker retains. They just simply went unsold on eBay, so that's the deal with those. And if you're here for Finest Baseball, you'll get a chance to see your name there up on the screen when we get to your break. Last little piece of business here. I'm going to change up the focus. You're going to see your background getting blurry. That is intentional. And we're still going to be able to see everything we need to see. So don't sweat that. We're still going to be in good shape. We are looking for 24 autographs per box here in Sage Aspire. There is a guaranteed first-round quarterback, first-round defender, first-round wide receiver, and 1 additional first-round pick are guaranteed to be in each box. And then, of course, we're going to find other fun stuff in here, too. There is even a possibility of a Drew Brees, Joe Burrow dual autograph. That would be nice. So we're going to go ahead and just get all the little boxes out of the main boxes, and we'll have those kind of out and ready to go. T-Man and Jay Allen are here. How are you all doing? Haven't seen Jay Allen in a couple nights in chat. He's been getting some rest, I guess, taking a little siesta. So nice to see Jay Allen back, and of course T-Man we see often as well. So welcome to the 2 of you. And I can get, see, look at this. I always think I can get right into that box, and then there's a sticker there. I kind of butchered it, didn't I? But anyway, yeah, so there we go. And Jared wants to know if this is Finest. Nope, it is not. That will be next. So once again, guys, Aspire Football is first. Finest Baseball is second up tonight. And let's go take a look at a little Sage Aspire. Yeah, Jay Allen, you know I don't normally break Sage. Jay Allen is saying, well, they've improved their content because of the first rounder guarantees, etc. Yeah, they absolutely have. This is a much nicer product. And of course, you know, it was priced accordingly. But anyway, I wouldn't normally buy Sage, but I thought this product looked to be pretty good this year. And we've certainly had some nice hits out of it thus far. I may have the wrong size sleeves out here. Hang on a second. I think that was... Let me try, let's see these. I think I had that in the thicker sleeve, which is not what we want. That's better. All right, so the first one we see, it is Ashton Davis. It is hand numbered to 25 down there in the corner. It heads to the New York Jets. Here comes Jonathan Taylor. He is an Indianapolis Colt. Behind that, we have Kaliki Hudson. That is going to the Washington Redskins. Then the Buffalo Bills are next in line with Isaiah Hodgins. There is Justin Jackson out for the Miami Dolphins. I almost said Marlins. Miami Dolphins. Michael Pittman Jr. That is another Indianapolis Colt. Then we have Chris Orr. That goes to the Carolina Panthers. And there's your man, Joe Burrow, right off the bat. The Bengals out of the first box. That is a nice hit for Cincinnati with the Joe Burrow autograph. That's the one you want if you've got the Bengals. The Philadelphia Eagles get a Khalil Tate, and that one is hand numbered there as well to 50. Isaiah Coulter for the Houston Texans. And then, what is that? Kamal Martin? Yeah, for the Green Bay Packers. And then a Dallas Cowboy. And boy, do I know how to pronounce his name? I'm going to say I don't know how to pronounce his name. Let's go with Alona Lula. Alona Lua. I don't know. That's way wrong. That's so wrong. Anyway, poor guy. Yeah, well, not everybody's as bad as pronouncing names as I am, so probably nobody else butchers it that badly. But just showing you, those are the little blank cards they put on the top and the bottom. So yeah, Jay Allen, I think that this is the first year that Sage has had a deal with the vast majority of rookie players that you would find in other products. You know, some years they have deals with certain ones, but not all of them. But this year I think they have deals with a lot of them. It's probably why we're seeing an improved product. Brian Edwards for the Raiders. Cole McDonald for the Tennessee Titans. And there's Tay Crowder for the Giants. Next up is Jeremy Chin. That is the Carolina Panthers. Here comes Brandon Ayuk. Nice. And that is the San Francisco 49ers. Ross Blacklock, Houston Texans. Here is a little Trey Mentor. He is an undrafted free agent, so it means he's not associated with anybody. We'll set him aside and use random.org to find a home for him in a little bit. Clavon Chasen is out for the Jags. There's Lynn Bowden Jr. I think he's going to be good. You know what I think about that, though. That is the Las Vegas Raiders. Then we have Robert Hunt for the Miami Dolphins. It is numbered 250. Raymond Calais for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the last one out of box number 1 is Davion Taylor for the Philadelphia Eagles. So that's what box number 1 looks like. We got a couple more to look through here. And let's see what we can find here in box number 2. Let's just go ahead and extract these while we're working on that. We'll just get them both out and ready to go here. All right. Eagles, Khalil Tate, hand numbered 250. And then we have Kyle Duggar for the Patriots. Isaiah Hodgins, Buffalo Bills. Justin Jackson, the Miami Dolphins. It's weird that they didn't do these in cases a little bit. Isaiah Coulter and the Houston Texans. There's Raequan Williams, the Philadelphia Eagles. They kind of made it so that, like, basically a case was a box, you know? Like all the hits just in one box, I guess. And a Jordan Love for the Green Bay Packers. So we hit the nice Joe Burrow out of box number 1. You get a Jordan Love out of box number 2. Ben Bredeson for the Baltimore Ravens. There's Jonathan Taylor. That's a bookend for the Colts. Here is Kaliki Hudson, the Redskins. DJ Dallas, first time we've seen him come through. It is numbered 250. That goes to the Seattle Seahawks. And then Cash Malua. That's probably wrong, but anyway, it's the New England Patriots. The Raiders get another Lynn Bowden Jr. Jeremy Chin, that's a bookend for the Carolina Panthers. Malik Harrison, the Baltimore Ravens. Davion Taylor, I believe that's a bookend as well. That's the Philadelphia Eagles. There's another Ayuk for the 49ers. Here's a bookend of Blacklock for the Texans. And this is the first time we've seen LaMichael Petway, I believe. He's also a UDFA, undrafted free agent, so he's jumping up there into that pile. Chasen for the Jags. Harrison Bryant for the Browns. Raymond Calais, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the last one we see out of box, whoops, nope, there's 2 more. Robert Hunt for the Miami Dolphins. And now the last one we see out of box number 1 goes to the Jets with James Morgan. Which brings us to box number 3. Yeah, Jay Allen, he says in years past, Sage had a lot of players that you didn't know very much or whatever. Yeah, again, I think it's just a different deal that they had this year with the rookies. You know, they had a deal in place similar to what Leaf would have in place. So there is some overlap in the players that Sage has in this product and the players that Leaf has in their product. So they're not identical, of course, but there is they're headed in that direction, and they're trying to, I think, be on par with Leaf, at least with certain releases, certainly this being one of them. So, yeah, I mean, Sage is not a product that really we maybe never have. I'm trying to think if we've ever broken it before this year. I personally have opened some of it. Not a lot, but I can't remember if we ever broke it or not. We might have way back in the day somewhere. Jeremy Chin, Carolina Panthers. There's Crowder for the Giants. We're going to see some player duplication as we go along here, obviously. There's Carter Coughlin for the Giants. There's a third Brandon Ayuk for the 49ers. Raekwon Davis and the Dolphins. And here's another UDFA. That's LaMichael Petway. So we'll put him back up there. A.J. Terrell for the Atlanta Falcons, or Terrell or Terrell, one of the two. Brian Edwards, that is hand numbered to 50. That's the Raiders. Then we have Calais for Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's a Robert Hunt. It is numbered to 10. That one is hand numbered to 10 for the Dolphins. Followed by Tommy Stevens and New Orleans. Is that what NOR stands for? Does that mean New Orleans? I guess it does. That's weird though, right? I don't really ever remember seeing that abbreviation for New Orleans before, but I guess that's what that means. Carter Stanley, an undrafted free agent, number 250, gets added to our UDFA pile up there. Cam Akers, this is the first Cam Akers we've seen tonight. That's a good hit for the Rams with Cam Akers. And then the Bills have Isaiah Hodgins. We have a Michael Pittman Jr. for the Colts. Khaleke Hudson, the Redskins. Isaiah Coulter for the Houston Texans. And here come the Rams with Terrell Burgess. The Carolina Panthers and Chris Orr. Tua, and hand numbered to 50. That's what the Dolphins were waiting on. Tua Tagovailoa. So we did really well with our QBs tonight. We hit Tua and Jordan Love and Joe Burrow. So not too shabby at all. For the Eagles, there's Khalil Tate. An Austin Jackson that is out also for the Dolphins, who seem like they've gotten a lot of hits tonight, doesn't it? Taylor B. Oh boy. I don't know. Tyler B. We're just going to call him Tyler B. That's the Dallas Cowboys. And then this guy whose name I can't pronounce again is also a Dallas Cowboy. So yeah, back-to-back Dallas guys, back-to-back names I can't pronounce. So we'll recap this in a second, but first we have a little work to do, and that is our undrafted free agents. And you can tell that because it says it on the card, UDFA. So because they designated as an undrafted free agent, that's what we're going to consider it. So we're going to use random.org, find homes. Carter Stanley, numbered to 50. LaMichael Petway, unnumbered. LaMichael Petway, unnumbered. And Trey Mentor, unnumbered. So here's how it's going to go. I am going to use random.org. We do it the same way every time. When we have 9 or fewer items in a list, we do random 3 times, and only the third one counts. The first 2 do not count. However, where's my copy on there? There it is. When we have 10 or more, which obviously we're going to have here with 32 NFL teams, we do random 1 single time. Whoever comes up in the number 1 spot after we do random the 1 single time is going to get this entire stack of undrafted free agents. That's how it's going to work. So you will see as I scroll through that all of the teams were correctly copied and pasted in there. And good luck, everybody. Here we go. It is going to the Arizona Cardinals. All right, so the Cardinals are getting this little stack right here. Trey Mentor, Petway times 2, and Carter Stanley, all headed to the Arizona Cardinals. And I need to write that down, so give me a second so I can write that down so I don't forget. All right, and then I have to go look it up later. And we don't want to do that because that would just slow down sorting now, wouldn't it? All right. Now, here we go. I'm not going to read all this numbering and all the stuff off again because it would be just like doing the break over entirely. But what we are doing, of course, is just a quick little spin through our stack of hits for anybody who might have missed it earlier, or you just need a second look at your hit, or whatever the case may be. Now is your chance. But our first round quarterbacks, I'm happy with who we pulled tonight, with it being Tua and Love and Burrow. I think we did very well in that regard. Had some other nice first rounders in here, of course, as well. That's one of the reasons I like the product this year, is that there was guaranteed first round quarterback in every box, and a guaranteed first round defender and first round wide receiver, and an additional and a fourth player that was a first rounder. I like when things get guaranteed, you know, especially first round quarterbacks, because sometimes they can be a little hard to track down. So it's nice to know that you're going to get one per box in here. So all right, that takes care of Sage Aspire. That means next up we are coming into a little Finest Baseball, and we are going to go over our information again, because some people may have come in since we last looked at it. So give me a second here to get that back up on the screen, and we'll take another little quick peek at it. So both of our breaks tonight were free paid shipping breaks, and that means they're going to go out the door approximately Tuesday. Remember, we have no mail on Saturday, right? Because it's the 4th of July, so we don't have any mail being picked up or anything like that. So unfortunately, whatever I can get out tomorrow is all I will be able to get out until Monday, when the post office starts back up. So therefore, projected to get out the door Tuesday. As always, that is plus or minus a day. If I can get ahead of the game, maybe it goes out a day earlier, and if I get behind, it could go a day later. But Tuesday is the date I hope to have it out the door to you. And of course, if anybody got skunked in the last break, meaning they did not pull a card of any sort, you will still get a package in the mail. It will have consolation card or cards in it, and it will ship out the door when the rest of the break goes out, since it is a paid shipping break. And of course, Finest coming up, I feel comfortable that all the teams will pull cards in this. It is a full case break. So this is an 8-box case break of 2020 Finest Baseball. This is break number 2. Ended tonight on eBay the same night we are breaking it, which is Thursday night, the 2nd of July. I started to say it came out today, but that's not right. And our team names are on the left-hand side. Our winning bidders, of course, across from each team there, up in lights there on the other side. So that's how that's going to work. And now we got to get our groove on and get some Finest underway. Jay Allen, you said it seemed like you do remember us breaking Sage here in the past. I couldn't really remember if we did or not. If we did, it was several years ago, and I couldn't really remember because I didn't hardly ever buy it, and when I did, I usually just bought a box or two and opened it myself. But somewhere along the way, it sounds like we did maybe break some of it. I just couldn't remember. Of course, you know me, I'm lucky if I remember what we broke last week. In fact, often I don't, right? Charles, you said a Jayhawk to Kansas City. Yeah, okay. Are you talking about somebody who went to Kansas, went to college there, and then is playing for the Chiefs? Yeah. You know, I'm not good about remembering what college everyone comes from. Some I remember more than others. Of course, I'm University of Kentucky, my alma mater, so I'm usually a little more familiar with the SEC teams than the other teams, but, you know. Jay Allen says that's the best break of Sage that he's ever seen. And Jay Allen says the post office there is only open half a day tomorrow. I think that's the case here too, but I have my carrier still coming to do a pickup for me. So that usually buys me a couple of extra hours. Although my regular person is on holiday this week, and the relief carrier has been coming so early. Not every day, but one of the days he came like at 1 something, like 1:15 or something crazy early. And normally they don't get here until like 3:30, something like that. But he's routinely been coming early. But I'm really afraid to drop it off at the post office anymore, because the volume of stuff that is being dropped off in there is incredible. And there's not even room for it, and they just have you pile it kind of anywhere. And the lobby is always full of customers. And I have been in there at times when all the postal workers have been in the back, and all the customers lined up in the front, and then there's all these tubs of stuff just sitting there. So of course, you know me, my first thought is, oh man, what if somebody just decides that they want to just pick up one of those tubs and run out the door, or pick up one of the packages out of it and run out the door or something. I don't know. It makes me nervous. And they've had so much drop-off recently that it's always like that. Every time I've been in there, it's kind of been that way, which then makes me very reluctant to want to drop anything off. You know, so I just have been trying to stick to my pickup, and whenever the person shows up, they show up, and we just have to kind of deal with it, you know. So anyway, my guy will be here tomorrow, my relief guy, which will probably buy me a couple of extra hours, but I suspect that he's going to be early because he's going to want to get done and get out the door for the holiday too. So I'm expecting it's going to be another one of those days where he shows up at like 1 o'clock or something crazy. All right, now as you probably noticed, we had 2 mini boxes in each master box that we opened. So even though it is an 8-box break, it's really 16 of these little mini boxes because there were 2 per master. We are looking for 1 chrome autograph card inside each box. We will also find some parallels and numbered cards and other interesting things. As we go through the first mini box, we will go a little slower, talk about the various kinds of inserts that we are seeing, and then when we go through subsequent boxes, we'll go a little bit faster. Of course, still stopping on things that are hits, but a little faster through the base and regular inserts once we get through box number 1. Oh, you said we may have done Sage in a mixer in the past. Yeah, I could see that. I could see us do that, having done that, that's for sure. You need the Phillies, the Pirates, and the Rangers mojo. All right. And Brian says he has done 12 finest breaks with Braves and gotten no autographs yet. So he was putting the pressure on me tonight to hit him an autograph, and he's looking for Acuna specifically. And T-Man needs some mojo for the Red Sox, A's, Brewers, and Padres. All right, well, let's do it. So this is an example of an insert that we will see quite often. It is the base version. It isn't refractor. It is not a refractor. It is not numbered. It is Keston Hiura on the front of it. But again, because we are in the first box, I'm just going a little bit slower and talking about the various things that we will see. And then we have finest duels up here, and that particular one goes to the Padres, but again, not numbered, not refractor, but we'll probably see plenty. Our first autograph, it's a doozy. It's an orange one right off the bat, and most of you know what orange means, so yeah, it's going to be numbered to 25. And it looks like it is the wave pattern as well, so that is an orange wave numbered to 25. It is out for the Dodgers with Matt Beatty. And if that had been Gavin Lux, that would have been even better. But I still like Matt Beatty, and I love pulling orange for the first hit of the night. So that's a good sign. This is an example of a base refractor. So you can see that pretty little rainbow of colors. It is not numbered, but nonetheless a refractor. So we will point it out as it comes along by either calling out maybe the team name, sometimes the player name, but generally speaking, you know, like that for the Royals, we will just acknowledge it in that way and keep going because there's a fair amount of them that we will see. Somewhere along the way, we'll find some finest careers in here for Ichiro. I think there will be at least 1 or 2 of those in the case, or there should be. Used to be that the finest careers were die cuts in finest. That's how they've been the last few years, but they're not this year. At least what I saw last time wasn't. I say doesn't, didn't I? Wasn't. I was, yeah, I don't know what I was doing. Multitasking, trying to, not very well. All right, this is an example of an insert called Finest First. That's Nico for the Cubbies. It is not a refractor. It is not numbered, but we may find some that are refractors or are numbered. There's another one of the Man, but of course still not anything noteworthy. There's duels for the Reds. And our autograph here is going to the Padres. And that is Andres Munoz for San Diego. And, of course, these are not numbered, but that is a Yasmani Grandal refractor for the White Sox. The man, Dustin May. Our first purple of the night. It is numbered to 250, as purple generally is in this product. Goes to the Angels, and it is Rendon. That is a little refractor there for the Mariners. And that wraps up that little mini box. Brian, yes, everything ships in this break. So, guys, it's always, unless the listing description tells you otherwise, all the cards ship. When all the cards don't ship, it will always, always, always tell you that in the description. More than once, usually. Often in the title and the description, but sometimes it's, you know, the title's too long and it won't fit. And in that instance, you would still, of course, be able to find it at least once, if not multiple times, in the listing description. So, in the absence of a statement telling you otherwise, you can expect that all the cards ship. So, for instance, tomorrow night is an example where they do not all ship with Series 2. And it tells you that in the title and 2 or 3 places in the description. But tonight, yep, they all go out the door. For the Dodgers, this is a nice little gold parallel. It is numbered to 50. And Walker Buehler on the front of that one for LAD. The Angels and Shohei Ohtani. Of course, the delay in the season means that he can, I guess, just pretty much get right back on the mound when they start playing. Brewers, duels. Unless there's, I mean, I'm sure they'll bring him along slowly since he hasn't pitched in a year, over a year. But I think technically he could have gotten back on the mound maybe even as early as late May or the 1st of July. So I fully expect they'll have him pitching again when things get started back up. For the Oakland A's, that is Sheldon Neuse. And there is the Astros, the Zach Greinke refractor. Wraps up that mini box. T-Man, you said you need, well, Jay Allen says you got a hit, and then you said we need Hoskins to show up for Jay Allen. Let's do it. Let's try and do it. See if we can conjure it up. That would be nice. We can get a little mojo going there. Meanwhile, T-Man says he's rolling pretty good right now. Because, of course, he's got the Red Sox, the A's, the Brewers, and the Padres. So we've hit for his A's and his Padres a couple things anyway. There's duels for the Angels. Baltimore Orioles. And the autograph goes to John Means, going to the Baltimore Orioles. New York Mets, Rosario refractor. Got a purple here. Once again, those are to 250. This is the Philadelphia Phillies, and Rhys Hoskins headed to Jay Allen, as a matter of fact, getting that one. That is Garrett Cole, photoshopped conveniently into a Yankees uniform, and it is a base refractor. We've got Big Buck here, says that he needs to see some Nats and a Juan Soto. All right. So we got a little mojo request in there for Soto and the Nationals, too. Oh, J. Allen, you already have the base Rhys Hoskins autograph. So, all right, then you're looking for the one on the man insert set, or you want a Bryce Harper. Okay. Well, sir, we will have to see what we can come up with there and hopefully find it for you. That'd be nice if we could. Conjure it up. As well as the nice Juan Soto and all of our other Mojo requests, too, for that matter. So Mike Trout, the man for the Angels. And right on cue, there is a Bryce Harper. It is numbered to 250, going to the Philadelphia Phillies to match the purple Hoskins that we last saw. There's an Ichiro Finest Careers. Again, we usually find a couple of those in a case. It's not a refractor. It's not numbered, but it is the insert that is the Careers, the Finest Careers insert for this year. For the Padres, that is a Trent Grisham refractor, base refractor. And where's our hit? There it is. It is the Astros with our autograph hit, Abraham Toro. And a refractor for the Colorado Rockies, that is Nolan Arenado. And that mini box is in the books. J. Allen, you're sitting at 433 right now, so you've added a few then. So for those of you who might not know this, J. Allen's been breaking with me for years. He breaks here very regularly, and he has an incredible collection of Rhys Hoskins autographs. As you can see there, he's telling us he's now up to about 433 Rhys Hoskins autographs. Now, he's admitted that they're not all unique, but most of them are. He's got a few duplicates in there, but a lot of that, it's unique autographs. So meaning, you know, not 10 of the same card, but 10 different ones. So it's pretty impressive to put together a collection of any player with that many autographs, mostly being unique. So pretty cool when he gets to add to it. I get personally very excited if I can find one that he doesn't already have. It makes me really happy. Of course, I think the last one I pulled he did already have, so I was like, oh man, but you know, I try. For the Tampa Bay Rays, our autograph is green to 99. It is the wave pattern, and it is your young rookie pitcher, Brendan McKay. Miami Marlins with a Diaz refractor. And a green number 299 going to the Blue Jays. It's your man, Bo Bichette. A refractor for the Astros. That's Abraham Toro. And that one is also wrapped up. J. Allen, you accidentally bid on 3 different Finest base autographs and you ended up with all of them. That's funny. Don't you hate when you do that, though? Well, I mean, it doesn't matter to you because you have a big collection of him anyway, but like I've done stuff like that before where I bid on one thing and I either forget that I've bid on it or I think I'm not going to win it, and then I'll say, oh, I'll go bid on this one too, and then I end up winning more than one of the same thing. I've definitely done that before. So we've all probably, I should use that feature that Auction Sniper, at least I guess they still have this feature, where you can put things in kind of as a group and then do it conditionally. So in other words, you could put in 10 different auctions, but all for the same item, and group it such that if you won one of them, then Auction Sniper would not bid on the other remaining ones. But if you didn't win, it would, you know, keep bidding until you did or until all the auctions ended or whatever. But I never utilized that feature. I just used the basic Sniper feature. All right, we have got a blue autograph number to 150 going to the Texas Rangers. And that is Brock Burke on our pretty little blue parallel. Well, shoot, those two tried to stay up there on the table by themselves. Houston Astros, you have got a Verlander refractor. I started to say prism. I swear. I always want to call the Panini stuff refractors when they should be called prisms, and now I'm wanting to call the stuff that should be refractors prisms. Oy. Number to 250, it is purple. It's the Cubbies and Yu Darvish. And there is another Cubby, Javi Baez refractor. Oh, the prices went way lower than you thought they were going to, Jay Allen? Well, that's a happy problem to have, isn't it? It's good when you get them for less than you think it's going to be. And, oh, Big Buck says he would buy one of your extra Rhys Hoskins autographs. So, hey, you might be able to cycle one through that way. And you're right, we did that Rangers that is yours. I forgot you had the Rangers tonight. You reminded me of that earlier, and I got so focused on the Phillies, I forgot you had a couple of other teams in here. So, yeah, that's nice 1 to 150 there. And our autograph here, it is the Detroit Tigers and Travis Demeritte, I don't know which way you say it, the Oakland A's with the Sheldon Noose refractor. I started to say prism again. That's what that big was, me trying to not say prism. The Cleveland Indians blue parallel number to 150 brings you Reyes. And my little Cincinnati Reds get a refractor with Aristides Aquino. And you're thinking, why did you just put that in sleeve? I'm going to actually ultimately put all of the refractors in sleeves, and I don't know why I did that one, just out of habit, I guess. Because, you know, sometimes I do that. But all the refractors will ultimately go into sleeves. I just don't always do them live because it just takes up extra time, honestly. Especially when there's quite a few, which there are in this. But ultimately, it all works out, so. All right, let's see what we've got. A green, numbered to 99. That's Abraham Toro and the Astros again with a parallel for him. And there is a nice little Acuna refractor for the Braves. See, I automatically did that one too. Yeah, well, it's all right. It's going to get done sometime anyway. May as well do it now as 20 minutes from now. Oh, ho, 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 ho. You know what? Is our Mets team owner on here right now? I'm going to put this in a one-touch, and Mets team owner, if you decide you don't want it in a one-touch, you can let me know. Some people are picky about their surfaces, but hang on a second. So if you have the Mets and you're watching this and you don't want this to ship in a one-touch, you can let me know. People don't like it sometimes. Personally, I've never had a problem with it, but there are people who don't like it. I obviously am not one of those people. I do like it. I think it's way safer. So how about that? New York Mets, right? With a 1/1 autograph for the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Nice. I like it very, very much. And again, Mets, if you do not want it to ship to you in this holder, you should either jump in the chat and let me know if you're watching live, or send me a message on eBay and say, no, ship it in a sleeve and a top loader. In the absence of getting a message like that, it's going to ship to you in that nice little sturdy one-touch case. Robert and the White Sox with a base refractor. Yeah, T-Man and Brian and Jared, they're all liking the Alonso hit. Me too. Oh, Jared, you said you missed the last autograph. It was not the Alonso. I'm assuming you mean the one prior. It was Dimrit or Demerit. I don't know which way you're supposed to pronounce his name. Maybe neither of those ways. I've never heard it pronounced, but he is a Tiger nonetheless. So, Detroit Tigers. Yeah, Big Buck, I don't agree that it is better to put a sleeve on top of it. I actually think that's a worse idea, but I know everybody's got their own opinions. But to me, that's one more surface that's in there rubbing on the surface that shouldn't be there. And in my opinion, that causes way more problems than it solves. But again, everybody's got their own way that they like to do things. So that's why I said if you are the team owner for the Mets and you are not comfortable with your cards shipping in a one-touch, you let me know. I can tell you there was a Shohei Ohtani I shipped out of Bowman Chrome in a one-touch that was about $100,000 card, slightly under. It's numbered to 99, James Paxton, the New York Yankees. It shipped in a one-touch, and it arrived, was graded, and had a perfect surface grade of 10. So, in my opinion, one touch doesn't hurt these type of surfaces, but not everybody agrees. So, that is the Dodgers and Cody Bellinger. Hence my my note there that if you have the Mets and you don't want it shipping in that, to let me know. All right, the Astros. Astros are hitting Abraham Toro like every 5 seconds. Here's another one. This is on a Finest First inserts. And again, Astros, and again, Abraham Toro. You've hit him with a few different things, actually. Some inserts and other things, too. Kershaw, Dodgers, base refractor. Alrighty, onward we go. So far, so good, though. Jared says you're jealous of the Pete Alonso. Yeah, you know what? I love that card myself. I really do. I like Alonso anyway. I don't really per se, I'm not really per se a Mets fan. I'm not a Mets fan, but I'm not a Mets fan either. The Cincinnati Reds are my team. But there are other teams that I enjoy watching play. I wouldn't say I watch the Mets very often, but I do watch some Mets, and I watch a lot of the highlights, and I do like Pete Alonso in particular. It's a real good young player. But my Reds are my first love, of course, my poor wayward Reds. We're about to have another really nice hit here in a second. You probably saw it already, but I just set it down for a minute. Numbered to 150, that is the Dodgers and Dustin May. I don't know what this is going to be numbered to, or if it is numbered. It is numbered, and this is Yordan Alvarez, and it is numbered to 50, coming out for the Astros. So this actually is another one that Astros. Are you watching Astros? Do you want that card? Are you okay with that going in a one-touch? Gonna let it set a minute, see if our Astros have an opinion on it. For the Nationals, that is Steven Strasburg. And behind it, the Colorado Rockies. And that was a base refractor for the Colorado Rockies. I'm going to get a case for it, and then we'll see. So let me just get it. And do we have our Astros team owner on here? And Jay Allen says he's fading fast. He has been up since 3:45 a.m. I would already be like 10 toes up, my friend, so I understand. Go get some sleep, for sure. Brian says his Braves still need to show up and get working on that. You are watching with the Astros team owner. Okay, so CGED8 is your Astros team owner okay with this Yordan Alvarez being put in and shipped in this plastic, this hard plastic one-touch case or not? He does want it. Great. Perfect. That is how I would do it too, my friend. So I already had that little case out here. I could always take it out if he didn't want it, but I'm glad that he does. Makes me feel better about it too. It's much more secure in there. So there is a Yordan Alvarez. It is numbered 250 going to the Astros, and it's now safely tucked away in its little one-touch home. We've been hitting a lot of really good cards lately. I need to restock my one-touches. I know that for sure. Jared, you have a 1-of-1 definitive dual patch auto of Alonso and DeGrom that you got in a break. Wow. He says he'll trade it to whoever has the Mets, who has that 1-of-1 Alonso. I bet you they won't take that trade, man. You never know. I mean, they might. But 1-of-1s are of course, yours is 1-of-1 too, obviously. But I don't know. I just like that card. They might take that trade. I mean, obviously, you're still getting a 1-of-1 and a patch to boot, but I don't know. I just really like that card. Of course, I like Finest anyway. It's a set I happen to be fond of, so that probably influences me a little bit. Numbered to 250, we have got a purple Tim Anderson for the White Sox. And a base refractor Austin Meadows Tampa Bay Rays. What else? What else have we got in here? Our autograph. I forgot about our autograph, didn't I? It's the Miami Marlins and Yamamoto. This guy shows up in a lot of products this year. His autograph comes out pretty frequently. And that one for the Marlins. And then we have a little base refractor of Baby Vlad there for the Blue Jays. So we have 4 mini boxes left, which is the equivalent of 2 master boxes. Big Buck, you are looking for a Juan Soto to 5. All right. That is heavy pressure, my friend, but I'm going to do my best to see if we can't get the mojo to ring it up and bring it to you. I hope we can. We've had a pretty good case so far tonight, actually. So here's hoping we can keep it rolling, right? Find some more smoking hot hits before we get out of here. Ha! There is. Well, we got close. It's numbered to 150. It is a blue Juan Soto for the Nationals. So it's not numbered to 5, but we did get to 150. So progress, right? There is another Finest Careers for Ichiro, the second one that we've seen tonight. Of course, there are different images on several of those. I think we did pull 2 different ones tonight. Zach Collins, White Sox with a base refractor. That's the way those Finest Careers generally are. There's, I don't remember, 6 or 8 or so, maybe in the set. You can find different ones as you go along, trying to get the whole set. All right, how about San Francisco Giants showing up here, getting close to the end? They were starting to get worried, I bet. It's Mauricio Dubon for the San Francisco Giants. And there's Alzolay for the Cubbies with a base refractor. Jay Allen, you said it's almost every case for Yamamoto. Yeah, he's prevalent this year, like the Oakland A's. The A's come out of bunches of different A's come out of everything this year. And yeah, Yamamoto is another guy who shows up pretty frequently, honestly. Jared says he's being shut out with the Angels and the Mariners. I think we had a parallel of some sort for the Mariners early on, didn't we? Well, obviously we've got the Ichiro Finest Careers, but I thought we had another Mariners numbered card or parallel. I'm pretty sure we did. Of course, the Angels have cards in here. Obviously, you've hit some sort of cards, but you may not have gotten a quote-unquote hit yet for the Angels. In fact, they're one of Mike Trout just a second ago. Boston Red Sox. We made you wait, but there it is. It is numbered 2/150. It is the blue Michael Chavis for the Boston Red Sox. And the Oakland A's with a base refractor, A.J. Puck. Purple Padres, numbered to 250. That is Adrian Morejon. The Natties and Max Scherzer with a base refractor. 2 mini boxes left, means that would be our last master box. So we're going to go ahead and call it Last Box Mojo right now and see if we can't pull some more fire. That's what I'm saying. Jay Allen says he just wants anything. It doesn't have to be numbered to 5. He just wants to hit something else. All right, well, let's see what else we can find. Hopefully something good, right? This case has been fairly kind to us up to this point, so let's see. Jay Allen's given up. He can't even wait for the last box. I don't blame you. It is if you've been up since 3:45. All right, my friend, I'll do my best to find something for you. The neighbors have started off with their nightly fireworks, which we've had every night for a month. Although I think they missed a night. Was it last night or night before last? We were in the break and I realized, oh, I haven't heard any fireworks tonight. And I don't think they ever did have any. So I think we might have missed one night out of the last month. All right, let's get down to business here and see what we can find. For the Dodgers, you got another Matt Beatty. Your first one, of course, was autographed as well, but it was orange and numbered to 25. That is a base Matt Beatty autograph for the Dodgers, although I do see some more orange peeking out of this group. The White Sox get an Eloy Jimenez base refractor. We're getting slowly but surely to our orange, and it is the Brewers. And, of course, numbered to 25, that is Lorenzo Cain for Milwaukee. A base refractor, another one for the Astros, George Springer on the front of it. One more to take a look at here. Let's see what it brings. Well, it is another Yamamoto for the Marlins. This one, of course, is on a Finest Firsts card set, but that one also going to the Miami Marlins. And then we have a base refractor for the Cubbies there with Mr. Rizzo. And we should have at least one more refractor in here before we get done. Somewhere. There it is. And it is a Bryce Harper for the Phillies. All right, so here's what's coming up next. We are going to recap our numbered cards, our autographed cards, and our little Ichiro Finest Careers, because those are kind of technically sort of case hits, basically, Finest Careers is. So that's what we're going to recap, and then after we do that, I will put up the spreadsheet one final time, let you get another look at shipping information if you missed it earlier, and then we'll also take a look at what's coming up in the days ahead. So there is an Ichiro for the Mariners, and here's your other Ichiro for the Mariners. Both of those are the Finest Careers insert. He's the featured player for that this year. Of course, there's one every year in Finest. Numbered to 25, that is the Milwaukee Brewers and Lorenzo Cain. To 250, Morejon and the Padres. To 150, Soto and the Natties. To 250, the White Sox and Tim Anderson. 150, Dodgers, Dustin May. 99, Yankees and Paxton. 99, Toro and the Astros. The Indians, 150, Reyes. Darvish, 250, Cubs. 99, Blue Jays, Bichette. 250, Harper, Phillies. 250, Phillies, Hoskins. Numbered 250, the Dodgers and Walker Buehler. And to 250, Rendon and the Angels. Oh, yeah, see, we did have an Angels hit. Yeah, I thought we had some. I wasn't sure, but I do a bad job remembering what we've got. So we did have something numbered for the Angels in there. You didn't get absolutely nothing for them, so that helps some, right? Yeah, I hope. All right, Yamamoto and the Miami Marlins, a Matt Beatty for the Dodgers to 150. That is Michael Chavis and the Red Sox. And then we're looking at the Giants and Dubon, followed by another Yamamoto for the Marlins, a finest first Abraham Toro for the Astros, and the Tigers with Travis Demeritte. The Texas Rangers to 150. Got a nice little Brock Burke there. Tampa Bay Rays with a really nice Brendan McKay, green wave to 99. And the Astros get another Toro. That's a base autograph. John Means for the Orioles. Sheldon Noose for the Oakland A's. Then we have the Padres and Munoz. We started it off tonight with this nice orange Matt Beatty, orange wave to 25 for the Dodgers. And we had two big boys in here. This is a finest first Yordan Alvarez hit. That is for the Houston Astros. It is numbered to 50. And our Astros team owner has already communicated with me here in chat that it is cool to ship that in the one touch. And if you have the Mets, this beautiful one-of-one Pete Alonso is coming to you. I personally just love this card. The coloring, the design, everything about it makes me really happy. Anyway, it is a nice little one-of-one superfractor for the New York Mets. And since my Mets owner wasn't on here live, if you do not want it to ship in this one-touch case, please send me a message when you watch this and let me know that you want me to take it out of that and put it in a standard top loader instead. In the absence of hearing from you to tell me that, I'm going to send it in that one touch because that is, well, nearly indestructible. So, yeah. But that'll be your choice. If you don't want it in there, send me a message. I'll take it back out, put it in a standard top loader. Okay, so that is the break and the recap. But as promised, I got to give you a little spreadsheet info here. So let's get that up and rolling. Tuesday is when I'm hoping to have everything out the door that we broke tonight. Remembering there is no mail service on Saturday. And as Jay Allen pointed out, the counter service closes early tomorrow, even in observance of the holiday. But I have a carrier pickup, so I think I can still get a decent amount out tomorrow, I hope, anyway, unless he comes super early. Of course, no mail on Saturday. There are a couple of other breaks still yet to go out ahead of this one, so I'm projecting Tuesday. And obviously, if I can get something out to you sooner than that, I will. If something unexpected happens, it could go a day later. In Finest, I'm sure everybody pulled cards, so I'm not worried about consolation cards there. If you got skunked in Sage Aspire, meaning you did not pull a card of any sort, you are still going to get a package in the mail, and it will have consolation card or cards in it, and it will ship out when the rest of the break goes out the door, because technically that would, in fact, be your next package. Then as for the days ahead, this is what it looks like. So tomorrow night we're going to do Series 2 Baseball Jumbo Case. As usual, Veteran Base does not ship to the teams in that product. It is instead a separate bidding category. The Celebration of Decades event ticket is also a separate bidding category. There are only 25 of those in the entire print run, so I'm not going to tell you it's super likely that we hit it, but if we hit it, it would be a big hit. Saturday and Sunday are both off nights. On Monday night, we're going to be back with a vengeance, making up for lost time, aren't we? It'll be a 5-box case of TriStar Game Day Greats autographed football jerseys, the Series 2 version, the one that releases tomorrow. Then we'll open a 10-box case of TriStar autographed mini football helmets, followed by a 12-box case of Leaf Flash football and a 12-box case of Leaf Valiant baseball. That is all coming up on Monday night. Then Tuesday night, We're going to open a 3-box case of TriStar Autograph full-size football helmets. That'll be a full case of those. And then we're going to open 8 loose boxes of Prism Quick Pitch Baseball. That's got some unique parallels. I think it's 1 auto per box. And then it has some parallels that are unique to the Quick Pitch version. Oh, Brian is here. Hi, Brian. You said you are the Mets team owner. Keep it in the one touch. I agree with you. That's the choice I would have made, too. So, all right, my friend, you got it. We'll keep it in there. That's a really nice hit. I think everybody's jealous of your hit on that one for the Mets. Really a good one. All right, so that has got me wrapped up for tonight. Of course, I will be back at it tomorrow night. I hope I will see you again then, or if not then, sometime soon. In the meanwhile, enjoy what is left of our work week, if in fact you have to work tomorrow. A lot of people don't. And, of course, our holiday weekend. Enjoy that and be safe and happy and healthy and come back and see me sometime. And in the meantime, I'll be back at it tomorrow. So we'll see you then. Bye now.